Here, what do you know of the team so far? What did you see?
Yeah, when I was here in April, I watched them play against Vancouver in the neutral light. I've watched them play on TV a couple of times, but I need to become more familiar with everybody. I'll be at trainings, I'll be at games, and it's a time to evaluate where the team is right now and how we move forward.
Did you ever want to go behind the bench, take over this part of the season, or did you always think it would be a good idea to watch from above?
Yeah, I think for right now they've already established how this season is going, and I think it's important for the organization to have a fresh start going into MLS. So as much as I would really like to get down and start working with the players a little bit, I think it's important for them to continue what they've been doing, but to have me observe and so that I can make educated decisions on exactly where the players are and where the team is going forward.
Have you seen some quality out there, players who might be potential for next year?
Yes. And I think that there is some quality there, and I'm very hopeful that we can find some players to help us out next year. But again, I need to continue to evaluate that.
So you're not starting from scratch anymore?
No, I don't think so. I think we have some players there that can help us this year.
Can you explain how the contact was made initially between you and the Impact?
Yeah. So for me, in the past few years, probably the time that Montreal came on the radar for me was Champions League, and so then talking around, I had heard from different people that there were good people up here and that they had a good thing going on, but I frankly didn't know that much about it. MLS in different ways is a long way from the second division, and unless you play against those teams in the Open Cup, which you don't get the opportunity with the Canadian teams, you don't really find out that much about them. But people that had been here had said really good things. I'd gotten a phone call from Matt Jordan in March, right around the time when I was with the national team before we played Argentina. Matt and I had played against each other, and I had a lot of respect for the kind of player he was, but I didn't know him that much. But we had a good conversation. So Nick, Matt, and I first touched base in March and had a good conversation, and then went from there.
When did you find out you had the position?
Yeah, recently, maybe a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago. So it hasn't, we met at the All-Star game and sort of came to terms with the fact that we wanted to move forward together. And then, you have to just make sure that everything's right, and we've done that. Now we're in a good place.
Are you anxious about taking on a team that's starting right at the beginning?
I think I'm anxious in a good way. I think that, and I've said to them the whole time, starting a team from scratch and establishing a way of working and an environment and a culture and everything, to me, is more attractive than trying to take a team that hasn't done very well and trying to turn that over. We'll have more resources at the start. We'll have more money to spend. We'll be able to, I think, go out and get up the players that we want. So, this is an attractive place to be for me soccer-wise, because the organization's committed to trying to do things the right way, bring in good players, and it's a chance to start fresh and bring in everybody that you want.